welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of June 26th, 2023. I'm Catherine Haleko, and I'm here with Nicole Erdix.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
Every week we chat about what parents are talking, complaining, and obsessing about right now. This week we're complaining about people asking for money, and we're obsessing about family obligations. We also take a couple of breaks for an entertainment discussion and a recommendation roundup. Today we're talking about entertaining an energetic toddler, something that we haven't done in a while.
I was very glad we don't have to do that anymore. Please clap your hands. Yay!
So our favorite listener, our most loyal listener, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Asked us for some advice for a friend. He says, I have an online friend with a 2-year-old who seems to have boundless energy. Needless to say, my friend doesn't have that. Any advice on how to either calm her utterly adorable child down or keep her own energy up? Ooh, this is hard.
Makes me tired just hearing that. Oh, man.
I remember when my daughter was a baby, like younger than 2, but probably walking. So like between 1 and 2. She used to get up so early, and like there was nothing we could do to, you try putting them to bed earlier, you try putting them to bed later, you try changing the nap, nothing worked. She would always get up at like 5. And we didn't need to be up. So we sort of created a safe place in the living room, like where we using like furniture and gates and whatever. We enabled a play space, and then one of us adults would like doze on the couch. While she was just like trundling around in this space. And,
what a good idea.
And yes, we would have the TV on to whatever was showing on PBS Kids, and we'd be like, well, I don't remember seeing Bear in the Big Blue House, so I must have been asleep for that half hour. Like that's how we would like keep track of time. So that was one thing that worked for a specific like situation,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I also think like anytime you can get a kid outdoors, usually helps, right?
Then you got to watch them twice as hard, though.
Well, this is true, but hopefully they'll use up twice the energy.
My son ran around our backyard and ran right in front of where his sister was swinging and got a foot in the face. So you can't anticipate that, or you see it happening and it's like, what? No,
too late.
Yep. Honey, stop gravity so that you don't swing down when your brother's passing in front, will you? Yes. Oh, man. You just can't do anything but watch that happen.
Yeah. Right. And as much as I did not like swimming lessons, you knew that kids were going to sleep well.
Or going
that day.
Going to the beach.
After going to the,
Going to the
but
beach.
Is it worth it? I don't know.
Not the beach. Maybe the pool, not the beach.
Yeah.
Sand everywhere.
Yes.
We would just use videos back in the day. Or coloring or...
But that doesn't work when the kid is like bouncing off the wall.
No, that's
like,
right.
They need physical.
Yeah.
A little trampoline. They can bounce on that.
Yeah, a little trampoline. Taking them to like an indoor play space like a children's museum or, the mall.
Yeah.
I mean, our mall had one of those like things with like that weirdly like soft like climbing structures.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? They have like a big layer of like foam on them. And just don't think too much about how many other people have touched it, and just just scrub their hands after.
Like the ball pit at the McDonald's play space.
Yes.
I think I've mentioned here before that I used to go to places with ball pits and just sit there for a few hours with a book and a single soda and let my son play in the ball pits.
Yeah.
And You know, Chuck E. Cheese was another place. You have Chuck E. Cheese everywhere. Do you guys have Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we would go there, and I don't know if I would even have lunch or if I would just buy a cup of coffee and let my son just play in the pits and stuff. If you go off
Right.
times, I don't think they care.
Yeah.
Just because that was a way he could burn a lot of stuff. And we did finally have a ball pit at home for a while. So that was good. But yeah, you don't want to think, even if you only have one kid using it. If it's a kid
Yeah.
in diapers, you don't want to think too hard about it.
No, don't. Definitely don't think about it.
Yeah, but you know, we had the ball pit in a space that had a couch and a TV, and we would do as you did. He could play in the ball pit, and I would watch something or catch a nap.
Yeah.
But you do definitely have to have some containment.
Yeah.
Yeah, as any way to like, whether it's a single room or a part of a room or a part of outdoors or whatever, where you can kind of let them have some freedom, right? So
Yeah.
that, you know, if they're a climber, like, can you have a little kid-sized climbing structure or whatever, so
Right.
that they can do the thing that their body needs to do,
Yeah.
right? But just provide like a safe place for them to do it, where you don't have to be on top of it at all times.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
It's
hard.
not easy.
I
Yeah,
kind of
that's for
took
sure.
this though too to also, like what kinds of activities would, like say if you were exhausted yourself and your child was, you know, bouncing off the walls, what kind of calming down
Right.
activities? Like I, you know, yeah, running around and playing would definitely do that, but
Right.
like
But what else?
Man.
kind of immediate strategy could you use to kind of
Right. The horizontal parenting strategy.
Drugging them would be bad, right?
Yes. On a regular basis, yes.
yeah.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
we can bring out the Benadryl, but
Screens often do that, though. The hypnotic effect of screens. We spent a lot of time when my kids were little on our bed in my husband's and my bedroom, and just watching videos and holding on to them to various degrees that they would allow themselves to be held, while we all just sort of lulled into a semi-conscious state
Right.
in
right.
front of Barney. And I'm probably supposed to be judging myself for that, but I do not. We needed it.
Yeah.
We needed the bonding and we needed the downtime. And
Right.
if I had to hypnotize them with audio visual items, I was going to do that.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Worth
Don't be ashamed if you need the screen. Use the screen.
Yeah.
Not 24/7, but
Right.
as needed for mom to be able to keep going.
Right. And also, speaking of places you can take the kids, your library, you know,
there you go.
Yeah.
it's way more than books. There's tons of, you know, most libraries, most children's departments have lots and lots of toys, and they do have like audiobooks and videos that you can take out. They have like play kits where it's toys that kind of go with the book.
Mhm.
Like I saw one yesterday that was so cute. It was a children's book about popsicles, and it came with 3 different sets of like learning toys that went with it. Like there was popsicle matching cards.
Mm-hmm.
There were you know how you have those popsicles that are like you break them in half and there's 2 sticks.
Yeah.
So they had those plastic ones where it had the capital letter on one half and the lowercase letter on the other half.
Oh, how cute.
So you could match them, and match, you know, and the colors matched too. So you were, you know, you didn't have to know, the kid didn't have to know the letter to
Right.
figure it out. And then there was numbers one where you had like a popsicle, and then it had like a coating, like a sleeve kind of that went on top of it, like
Mm-hmm.
picture like a dipped
Yeah.
popsicle, right? And so then you had to match the numbers. So the inside piece had a number 1, and then there was one outside that had a number 1. And anyway, a long story short, this is available at my local library. So
Nice.
check that out
Oh.
just in terms of a place to go with your kid. Plus, you can
Right.
check that stuff out and bring it home. And then it's new and exciting for your
Yeah.
child.
Right.
So
Very cool.
Yeah.
definitely hit up that library. And also, then they have like, you know, sing-alongs and all that kind of stuff where
Uh-huh.
the kid can be doing that while you're sitting in a chair, just
Yes.
taking a little break.
I had this one friend, and she was so against taking her kid to the library because she didn't like
Huh.
them touching all the germs on the books.
Oh boy.
And it just put such a damper on, like, after she told me that, I didn't stop going, but I was, why did you have to tell me that? Because, you know, it just was like, yeah, it was
Yeah.
Like you knew it, but you hadn't stopped to really think about it. And then she
Yeah.
put it in your brain. Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna like be
Other
a
than-
buzzkill.
Right.
The I took my kids there a lot. We were there every
Yeah.
week. Yeah. So
I mean, other than keeping your kid at home, how do you keep them from going out and touching germy things? And really, even in my home, probably the library is less germy. So, you know, this is what makes
Yeah.
kids strong, right? This is what helps them build up good immunity.
Right,
Exposure to a lot of
yes.
different kinds of germs. Go on, honey. Go put that book in your mouth. It'll be fine.
yeah, it was strange. But
Finding a young person, if there are no siblings, if there's like a teenager or something who wants some money and does have closer to boundless energy,
That's a great
than you
idea.
do,
Yeah.
that's sometimes a good way to just, you know, pay them whatever they want. Just
Right.
run your child into exhaustion.
Or a play group so that
Yes.
kids
Yeah.
can play and the moms can commiserate
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
parents. It doesn't have to be a mom.
one of the towns I lived in at one point, they had a big wading pool. So like, the child didn't, you didn't actually have to get in with your kid in
Like a
bathing
splash
suit.
pad kind of thing.
Yeah, it was more than a splash pad. Like it was actually like
Oh, okay.
it was probably like a foot deep.
Mhm.
And then I mean, we would take the kids up there, and we would all the mums would meet up there, and that was guaranteed. That was a guaranteed like 3-hour nap day.
Yeah.
That event. Oh,
Love
it was fun.
it.
I think if I had had an iPad back then, things would be very different.
Yes.
As we have discussed in this
Find-
place.
Any long taking project or hobby that your child enjoys? I mean, 2 years old is maybe too young, but Legos or beads or, I mean, my son lined up cars a lot, which means something completely different, but still, that he was an active little guy, but he could lay down in his room on his rug and line up cars for quite some time. So, look around for things that your kid likes to do and see if you can find a way to allow them to do it in a contained space.
Right.
And, they may be happy doing the same thing for a long period of time if it's something that they're sort of into.
Right.
What I've seen a lot lately on just, online social media are moms making like these sensory boards or sensory bags. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
Where they, you'll get a pegboard and they'll put all kinds of
Well, that's
things on
cool.
there for the child to like bang and
Yeah.
turn key, like locks and,
Those are cool.
there's string
That's a good
and
idea.
stuff. It's a very cool idea. I would have totally
You could
done
easily
that.
make one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the
Or
other
do
one-
a bin,
Oh yeah. Well, the bin. In my day, the thing to do was a rice bin, and you make a big bin of rice and you bury things in it, and the kid will dig down to get the things, and you know what you end up afterwards is
Rice all over the floor.
sleep in rice, and you can never get. It's like beach sand.
Yeah.
It just gets into everything. So I tried that once and I thought, this is a really bad idea.
This is not worth it.
Well, the other one is
This is going straight in the trash.
Ziploc bags, and you make like I don't know, you put some kind of liquid in it. I'm not sure what it is. But
Oh boy, you better be sure your kid doesn't know how to open a Ziploc bag. Maybe a Ziploc bag with some duct tape over the top.
I know what I was thinking. Yes. Okay, so there is that. But the other one I recently thought, which I thought was genius, was that the mom put some of the kids' favorite little toys in a bowl of water.
Oh, we talked about this last week.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about this.
Did you really?
That's what we talked about last week. You heard about it from me.
Yeah.
But then I went and saw the video somewhere.
Yeah, because I posted it on our chat.
Oh my God. Okay.
Well, it is a good idea.
Go back to our past episode. That is a very good idea for occupying a child for a long time, and the only mess will be water.
Yes.
So
put them out on the
keep
patio.
it away from something.
Good gosh. I cannot believe I totally forgot about that. There you go, folks.
Well, maybe we all need to go take a nap like that poor mom.
I think I need to.
So let's say that's it for today's round 1. Tune in tomorrow for our entertainment-themed round 2, and later in the week to find out what we're complaining about, obsessing about, and recommending right now. We're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.